Tightening the emergency brake cable on a 2012 Honda Accord EX. Chock the front wheels, and then after that we're going to loosen the lug nuts while the car is still on the ground for both back wheels. So to jack up the 2012 Honda Accord EX with a floor jack, we're going to set the jack underneath the car, and we're going to use the piece on the top, the castellated feature, and put the bottom of the castellations around the pinch weld, so that the pinch weld sits on the lower parts of the castellations. And we're going to leave this feature right here open for a jack stand. We'll take out the pump feature and slowly turn the jack counterclockwise to lower the car onto the jack stand.
Turn it?
Yep.
How do you
Now the car is steadily on the jack stand, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. The next step is to take both aft tires off using a 19mm. And grip underneath the console down here and pull. There's a couple snap tabs on the console, and these guys will readily come out if you just grab from the bottom, which was right here. So we've used a flathead right here to slowly pry out two clips, one here and one here. And once you've done that, you can start moving the console up. And then there's a spring here that you'll have to push back as you pull the console up. We've also undone a tab over here and a tab over here. And we don't want to wrench the console too far up because we only need access to the emergency brake. So now the console is loose. We put an iPhone beneath this piece that we've taken out. And that's just to provide us some good light so we can see what's going on. So I'm going to go under. You can see there's two independent brake cables that travel through the floor and come out. One for the left and one for the right. That center nut in the center of the frame is the actual tension. So we're going to need to have a 10mm extender to get under there on a 12mm deep socket to get around that nut. Now right now you can see that the right side is much more tensed up than the left side. And right now when we pull the emergency brake, the only side that's actually seeing tension and the only caliper and disc that's locking up is the right side. So that's because this nut's so loose. So we're going to get in there with our 10, which is right here on its extender. The 12mm socket on the 10 extender. And we're going to move this guy to the nut. So now the socket's on that nut in the middle, and you can see it's very, very loose right now. With the console up, you can kind of see how we could loosen or tighten the brake as needed from the actual adjuster. But all we're doing is just tightening this until it becomes taut.
It's too tight, I think.
So now we've gotten it tight enough, and we're going to check it out in the front of the car. Now that that's done, we could lower this and try to raise it and see if we have any tension. Yep, it's a lot tenser than before.